Hello my friends, it's Sherry. Welcome to my channel, Turquoise Dreaming, and welcome to hashtag Tag Tuesday. So yeah, I'm super excited tonight because this is a project I've been wanting to do. I'm going to check it off my list now that's in my head. So I'm sure you have some lots of projects like that too in your head. So I had bought these little sticker ladies. They're little fashion ladies. They look like they belong on a sewing pattern from Amazon. And I saw like one person show these on YouTube and I was like, I have to have those. At the time I got mine from Amazon because they had the best deal for, it was like the most amount you could get in a package. I don't know, I could pick out the ones I wanted. Like I didn't really want the wedding ones and I didn't want the men. I didn't want, there's certain places you can order all of them and things like that. So I just want to be able to pick out the ones I wanted. So I will leave a link for these in the description box, one of my Amazon affiliate links, and you can click on that. That would help me out. And you don't even have to buy anything after you click on it. If you just click on it, it even helps me. So, and the prices are the same no matter what for you. It doesn't change the price when you use my links. It just gives me a little few cents added to my Amazon account. So, thank you very much. If you some people have been doing that, so thank you very much. But what I wanted to do is make some simple sewing tags. So I'm going to be using these. I'm going to be using some of this measuring tape ribbon, and I don't know where I got this, but I'll try to find it on Amazon and leave a link for that too if I find it. And I'm going to be, what I did, let me tell you about Tag Tuesday real quick. If you'd like to participate, just post a tag video any Tuesday. You don't have to do it every Tuesday, whenever you want. If you miss Tuesday and you want to do it on Wednesday, just use the hashtag Tag Tuesday in your description box. Link my channel, and just whenever you do your video, be sure you tell everybody, I'm the host, and to come to my channel for further instructions. So I think that's it. I'll have the instructions in my description box in case I missed anything. But what I did to prepare for these tags was very simple. It was the simplest tags I probably ever made, pretty much. So I took a piece of file folder. That's on the back. I like to put file folder on the backs of my tags so there's a room for writing or journaling or whatever, And I know when I use my own personal journal, sometimes I'll run out of space on a page. Like I've put some pictures and I put some decorations. Then I don't have anywhere to write what happened. So I use a little tag and paper clip it or tuck it into a tuck spot or whatever. And there you go. There's my story. So file folder. And then I took a piece of one big, piece that would fit over the file folder piece I had. And it's from a vintage pattern. The sewing instructions. This is not the tissue. This is the instructions. I've used the tissue before, and I wanted to use the instructions tonight. I just wanted that, this background with the text and the little pictures and little things that you see on the instructions. I thought it would just be so interesting, especially since these are acetate stickers and you can see through them, right? You can see the text through them. So I thought that would be really cool. I'm using my little tiny attacher, which is this is a generic one. It's not the Tim Holtz one. A slot punch, which I do have this in my Amazon affiliate links if you want one of these. It's not too bad, really. The price on these is not too bad. So let's get started. Here's one I made already. I've got it all done. I did, after I put the file folder, I glued with art glitter glue on my instruction paper. So one big sheet over. I didn't patch it on and make, use scraps or anything. I want it to be as quick and easy as I could make it. One big sheet over the whole thing. Actually, what I did, I had my pattern. Here's the rest of it right here. I had my sewing instructions. Then I took the file folder piece I had. I put glue on that because I knew I wanted that all glued down. Then I just plopped it on there, cut it out, okay? Then I cut it into tag shapes. That is what you see here. Then I you don't have to do the sewing step, but I wanted, since these are sewing themed, I used some brown thread that I already had in my sewing machine sewed around them all real quick, one straight stitch all the way around, because I don't have a lot of time to work on these today. And so I thought messy stitching, zigzag, no, one stitch all the way around. And I think they look really cute, even just with one straight stitch all the way around. So then I put my little lady on there, made my little punch for the topper, and I'll show you how I put this little piece on with the stapler. Okay, I didn't tie it or anything. I stapled it. So I'll show you that in a second. So let's get started. So let's see. Here's how the slot punch. I wanted the slot punch for this because see how it's shaped. I wanted to just be able to slide it through. It's like the perfect width to fit through this little slot that this punch makes. So I'll show you real quick. I just kind of eyeball it and center it in the middle of my tag under the stitching. So there we go, right under the stitching, just like that. And so we'll do all of these real quick. We're going to get all these done in a flash here. So I do want to try to get them in the middle. I don't measure. You know what they say about junk journaling, nothing has to be perfect, right? So why am I going to measure I don't measure my angles there. You don't have to have angles on a tag. You can just make them rectangle if you don't like doing the angles. But I just kind of eyeball my angles and cut them, if it doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I just do the best I can. They usually come out pretty good right there. So slot punch, angles sewn around, and after this, we're going to put some little ladies on here. So I'm going to pick them out randomly, except on the wider ones, I would like, there are some like double ladies in here, like two ladies together. So I want to try to find on the wider ones. I do want to be a little picky on those. And like these two are pretty wide right here. This one too, although it's shorter. So these are pretty small here. This one's tall. So let's see, the widest ones here are, well, okay, so right here, we'll see if we find some double ladies here real quick. Like here's two right here. I'm not going to be picky like I said. First one's, ooh, I love this lady right here with her bell bottom, like little outfit. Let's put her on one of these. Here's the same one. This lady has a really wide gown on. Now she could go on one of these bigger ones. Let's do that. Oh, she's very stylish looking. So we'll pick out all of our ladies here pretty much randomly, just as long as they fit on here. We used her. Let's see, we haven't used this lady yet. Let's put her on this little one here. And I'll try to find two more doubles here. We already have here's a double right here. These little girls look like they're in their robe and their pajamas. So let's do those. Those are cute. And so we got that one. And one more double. Let's see. Here's somebody that looks wide. Let's see. This is two ladies. Will that fit on there? Oh, it will. Okay. We got our ladies. The hardest part is getting the backing off of these. So if it takes too long, I'll pause. But all I did was, with my fingernail, I don't have long fingernails or anything, but, with what I do have here, I just kind of worked with it for a few seconds, and it just came off, okay, like this one did just now, thank goodness. So I peeled it off, and I thought, it's pretty sticky, but I don't want to come in here tomorrow morning and find all of my little ladies peeling off my off my tags. But I did think like, oh, I don't want this glue to show through either, so that's why I did one. Let me see, where's my pin here? I need to loosen up my glue, and I can't find my pin, of course, because I'm on video and I can't find it. If you can't find it, you're not going to find it on video, especially, you know what I mean? And it's probably here. I'll find it the second I turn my camera off, but for the moment, I'm going to use sometimes I will, sorry if I can get my head in there. I'm going to use my pokey tool or my awl, because it will go down into my, and I can just wipe it off. It will go down into my art glitter glue here and loosen it up. I have done this before. I just make sure I wipe this off good when I'm done. When the video is over, I'm making sure it's cleaned off. Okay, that should do it. Okay, so I just took my little, I don't need that. That was in the way. I might pull my box over. So I just put a little bit of glue on here, on the other, the one I already did. And like this, not a solid, not solid glue all over anything. The thing I was most concerned about was getting a little bit on there, all over, a little bit all over, and then I wanted to make sure I got the edges because I didn't want the edges peeling up. And I was just afraid if I left just the stickiness of this, they're acetate stickers, I was afraid, especially if I put them in a journal or even sell some of these in my shop. I thought, well, I do not want to take a chance of these peeling up. That would not be good, right? That would not be cool. So I'm just going to put her down here like that, and I'll show you how you can see through it. I do have this here so I can smooth this out a little bit. Make sure I have all my edges down, just carefully though, not pressing too hard because I don't want to rip anything. These are thin, and got glue on me here. But see how you can see through her? I hope you can see that on the camera or through the camera. You can see through here, especially in here with these lines and things. So if you had words, that would be cool too. So isn't that pretty? So there's one. And let's see if we can just, now that I've explained it, let's see if we can get the rest of these peeled off really quick. And if it takes too long, I will just pause and get them all glued down on here. But if we can do it together, that would be fun too. So we'll see. Play it by ear here for a second until I get frustrated. But I hope everyone's having a good day and off to a good week so far. That one came off pretty good, right? I think so. Well, maybe we're going to have some good luck here. Yes, I'm off to a good week. I'm making this video on Monday night. And I was so busy at work today. I thought, whew, I'm glad I have work to do. Kind of like feels like you have job security when you're busy at work. If you're just sitting there twiddling your thumbs, sometimes you might think, wonder how safe my job is if I don't have anything to do. Anyway, yeah, I was very busy, but I do like being busy, and if you're not busy, it kind of I've had jobs where I wasn't busy, and first of all I was really bored, and second of all, it makes the day really long when you're sitting there twiddling your thumbs. So, ooh, this one looks good. I like this. I love how you can see through them. That is so cool. And when you put them down, like the white or the little border that's around them just pretty much disappears into that whatever you put it on. So, and it just looks really, you have to look to see it, and it's there, but still, you pretty much only see the little ladies, right? On to the next one. So yeah, busy all day long. And I had some work to do when I got there. More work came in during the day, and it kept coming into me. And then at the end of the day, I still have about 4 things I had to leave for tomorrow. So it's all good. I got some work to do in the morning, right? But I know I really like my job too, and I like the work I do. So I had started this job back at the end of August last year. If y'all heard me talk about it, can you believe it's almost been a year already that I've been on my new job? Yeah, a year at the end of August. I can't even believe it. And it's been all good. It's been, it's the same type of job I did, but a different kind of law than that this law office practices than the law but it's similar, but it's different. So, I knew a lot of it, I know a lot of it already, but I got to learn a lot of new things, and I I am a person that likes to learn new things. Like sometimes I've tried to learn new things. Like that's why I listen to a lot of YouTube videos too. Like I'll even listen to them on my way to work. So I'm like just always learning. You know what I mean? Just always learning every day, learning something. You know, and even sometimes like video that, you know, if you watch the junk journal, you know, creating and flips and all that, whatever, paper crafting, you know, all this kind of tags and everything, even if it's something like maybe the title or whatever looks like something that you've seen before, but of course maybe you love it and you don't care if you want to see the same thing over again, but everybody's different, you know, everybody does things differently. So I'm always like, well, I'm going to watch this because you never know, you know, they can't say everything that they do in their title. You know what I mean? They can't tell you everything they're doing. So it's fun to watch the videos and like, oh my goodness, you know, you see something that is just gives you inspiration, motivation. You know, if you've lost your mojo, that's what I do. I mean, I don't think I've ever really lost my mojo because I watch so many videos and then I get so many ideas. In fact, I have to write them down because otherwise, I mean, I have some if I say they're in my head, they are in my head. But sometimes I write them down because I like, you know, if you have so many ideas, you can't remember them all. You know what I mean? So I write them down. So I'm like, sometimes I write them down and I'm like, what am I talking about? I look back at my note and I'm like, what was I talking about there? What is that idea? I have no idea. So now, like I've done that in the past. So now I'm trying to be more precise in my, when I write my ideas down so I can like know what I'm talking about, if you know what I mean. So, all right, this one's giving me a hard time. Let's go, little sticker. Time is a wasting here. Okay, we're going to skip that one. We'll come back to that. Or I'll pause and get that one done. I'm kind of thirsty too. I need a drink of water. So, let's see. This one is coming. Here she comes. Here she comes. Yeah. Alrighty. Oh, I need to turn on my fan. That's what one of my problems right now. I'm getting a little warm. And we don't have our air on yet. It was, it's been warmish, like starting cool in the mornings, like 52, 62, 63 in the mornings. And then it gets up to about, I'm going to say the hottest it's been is 82. So that's pretty warm, but I love 82 is fine for me. So that hasn't been too warm for me at all. I mean, I don't really think, I mean, I'm fine in the 90s too, so. But, anyway, so today it was warm and it only got up to about, I want to say, because it was supposed to rain this weekend and it didn't. It didn't really rain. So I planted some new flowers and I was like, okay, I don't have to water because it's going to rain this afternoon. It's supposed to rain all afternoon. I don't have to water. Well, it didn't rain. And I'm like, okay, it'll be all right. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. Nope. It didn't rain on Sunday either. So Sunday morning, before we went to our little Mother's Day celebration at my son's house, I went out with my watering can because they were out by the mailbox. And I can't, you know, the hose doesn't reach out there. So I took my watering can and out there by the mailbox and watered my new plants. And now it dripped a little bit this morning. Yesterday is when I watered them with the watering can, and this one's giving me a hard time. But, yeah. Oh, here it comes. So, yeah, they got my water yesterday, quite a bit of water, and then they got a few drips today, so they are good. Good for another day. So, let's see, I don't know the name. One of the plants I got from my mailbox is a daylily. It's the yellow one that kind of looks like, I'm going to describe it as a buttercup. It's that yellow one, if you've seen those. Got a couple of those. And then I got a couple of, plants I either, I don't think I've ever seen them before, but they really kind of spoke to me. And they weren't expensive. Like, I was looking at rose bushes, but they were like $25 each, and I didn't want to. I was like, well, I could buy one rose bush, but I know they can get really big, and then you have to trim them. And I thought, these other plants will be so much easier. The daylilies, the yellow ones, and then the other one, I think it's a beautiful red one with this like feathery flower thing that comes out of the top. I think it's called Dragon's Breath. I got 2 of those, and they were only $5 each. And they're going to get a little, quite a bit. They're not going to get huge or anything. I didn't want anything that would get huge. That's why I was kind of hesitating with the rose bush. But they're going to get bigger than they are, of course. And so will the dailies. They'll bush out and get bigger. And so, and I wanted to get something because I was planting marigolds and things like that out there. But these will come back. There's both perennials. But the second one's called Dragon's Breath. I don't know if I said it. I think it's called Dragon's Breath. It's Dragon something, but I think it was Dragon's Breath. And so, really pretty. I can let you know how they do. I can let you know if they can come back next year. I know the daylilies will come back. I just have never experienced or seen the Dragon's Breath before. But it said perennial, so we shall see. I've had other perennials that didn't come back. They kind of, I don't know. But I had them in a pot too. A couple perennials I had in a pot, and I was like, okay, these will come back every year in my pot. No, they didn't. They went away and never came back after the summer. Okay. So, yeah, these are in the ground by my mailbox. So, all right, we got one more sticker here, and then I'm going to show you the toppers. But these are coming out really nice. The glue is not having an impact on them at all. It's like I didn't even put glue on here. Is this the one that's giving me a hard time? Because it's like coming right off now. Okay, that was awesome. This is a double one. But see, I'm putting my finger... Well, I probably wouldn't put my fingers on quite this much if I was going to just glue them down. I would probably try to not touch the back. So if you want to try to not use glue, I would say try not to touch the back. Just kind of peel off that backing and stick it right down. But if you do have art glitter glue, you can see I'm not putting too much on, but it's not affecting the back of these where I can't see through them, but it is going to keep them nice and glued down. And I just want to get the edges. I mean, I'm getting the middle, but I just want to always make sure I get the edges. Okay, so we'll have... I kind of want to try some on tissue paper too. So maybe that'll be my next Tag Tuesday to try, because some of these on tissue paper, I'm sure they'll look good too. Just like one sheet of tissue paper on the same thing like this on file folder. Okay, so how did I do my little toppers? All right, so you decide if you want to do them like this, the length you want. You can do it any length. I kind of just, let's see. Let's say we're going to do it like this. Just add, say we want that much. That's about 4 inches. Let's see. Just for the heck of it, I'll tell you real quick. I don't want to run out of time here though. That's just a little bit more than 3.5 inches, but I'm going to make it a little bit longer because I need room for my staple. Okay. So I'm going to cut that off straight across. Okay, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tags. We are just mask making tonight. So I've got 1. I have to remember what I said. Did I say 8? It's like I say it and then I forget it because I'm not concentrating. But I think I said 8. 1, 2, 3. Just using one of these as my template here. I want them all the same, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Five and 6 and 7 and 8. That's a lot. I might have to just stop cutting for a minute because my time is going to run out and I won't get anything done. Okay, let's just do one here. Let me see. Let me cut this straight here. It probably doesn't even have to be straight, but I'm going to go ahead and cut it straight. Okay, so then this ribbon has plain on one side and the measuring tape on the other. So I just wanted to make sure that my measuring tape is going to show, of course. I took it, I put it through, and then I went like this, and I just folded the ends in. Now you can do whatever you want. I was just kind of experimenting to see if this would look nice other than just stapling it, you know, just stapling it down. So, like down here something. And I thought it looked pretty good, so this is how I'm doing it. I'm trying to get my ends tucked in evenly here. That's probably the hardest part besides getting the stickers in, but no big deal. So then I stapled here with my, let's see, I'm putting the top of the staple in front. I'm not sure if this is how I did it before, but we shall see if it comes out the same. Okay, the staple is in. Then I took it and just turned it around. And there you go. There, see, I just turned it around. So the staple's at the bottom now, and you have a loop at the top. And your staple, the front of it's right there. So you can see it in the back, but in the front of it, you really can't see the staple. It kind of just it's just in the back. Okay, does that make sense? I hope so. So let's do a couple more, in case that didn't make sense. So I guess it would be, if you want it to come out nice and neat there when you turn it around, just that would be a good reason to have your ends pretty straight, because you're going to tuck them under, and it'd be easier to tuck them under probably if they were straight, right? Okay, and then I'm tucking them over just as much as just a little bit, just enough to have something to hold on to, really. I mean, if you can get it smaller, that's you know, even better. I don't think I can get it any smaller than this, and kind of still keep a hold of them and staple them together. So yeah, I'm getting out through all 4 layers here, because when you fold both sides down, you have 4 layers to go through there. It's going through just fine, no problem. And then turn it around, and there's another one. Okay, we've got 3 done. So let's use our cut tags here, our cut ribbons. And you can use any ribbon you want. I just happen to have this, and I haven't used it very much. I got it from one of the companies I demonstrate for, I believe. So that's why I don't know which one it was though. So that's why I thought, well, I'll just see if Amazon has it for you and put a link if I find it. Okay, again with our little fold overs. I think this might need to be the last one. But weren't these simple and cute, pretty, fun, sewing themed tags? And I'm using things that I haven't used either at all or very much. I used the packaging for these little ladies when I first got it, and I intended to make some tags out of these right away, but I kind of was thinking about, I was just overthinking it. I was like, what am I going to do? You know what I mean? And then this just dawned on me, like, let me just do this. Kind of all came together as a simple tag in my head. So, yeah, we're going to stop there because my time's almost out. But here's the ones we finished. The 2 they're not little girls, they're like young teens in their robes. And then we have the lady in her gown. This girl looks like a teen too. She looks like she's dancing. And this little lady looks like a 50s girl, like You know, how they have the dresses, the floofy dresses on when they're doing the dishes in the 50s programs. That's what she looks like. So very retro. Anyway, I'll finish these up. Maybe I'll show you these next week, and we'll do some with tissue paper next week. And stay tuned for tomorrow. I'm doing another video tomorrow. I mean the next day, Wednesday, where I'm using some things from my stash also that I haven't used in a while. It's kind of like organizing and clean up of my stash and things that have been sitting around. And also then I'm going to get back to my journal that I'm working on. I can't wait. So I'll see you then. Have a great week and happy crafting. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you later.